series Falcon Crest and from those old Navy ads. Please welcome the beautiful Morgan Fairchild. Welcome.
I want that skirt.
You want the grass skirt? Have you ever worn a grass skirt?
Oh, well, no, only cheap plastic versions.
Cheap plastic version? Because you've been to Hawaii before, right?
Oh, yeah, lots of times.
Lots of times?
I love Hawaii.
And somebody told me, I don't know who, that you actually got a chance to meet Princess Grace?
Oh, yeah, one of those years ago when I was over there, I'd been out to dinner, and I knew the royal family was staying at the hotel.
Right.
But we came back from dinner, we were getting on this elevator to go up, and all of a sudden I hear, you know, hold that elevator, and this big burly guy gets on the elevator, one of the bodyguards, and
right.
Princess Grace and Prince Renya get on the elevator, and I don't know
what
what to say. I'm sitting there, I'm like looking at the floor, looking at the wall, sort of pretending, you know, you don't want to intrude.
Right.
And all of a sudden she leans over and she says, "Excuse me, aren't you Morgan Fairchild?"
Wow.
And
she actually recognized you.
Oh, yes, but not only recognized you, but she was just so gracious. She was such a lovely lady, and
beautiful,
you know, would
lady,
always reach out to other people to make them comfortable.
Now, do you get recognized a lot when you're out in public, or do you wear a baseball cap, or how do you go out when you go out?
No, I'm
I always
such
think
a
of you
schlub.
as you're a schlub, because I think of you as like the consummate done. You're done.
No. Talk at the people at the garden center.
At the garden center?
Yeah. I always coming in looking like something the cat dragged on, you know, to go out and grab plants.
Like a dead mouse?
Yes, yes.
That's something
worse, worse.
So do you get recorecogned like that when you're out in public?
Yes, I always think I'm incognito because no one would think it's me, but then they turn around. I was in Florida a couple of weeks ago visiting my boyfriend's parents, and so we were going to have a dinner, and so we went out to get pizza. My boyfriend and I went over to get it, and we were standing waiting at this pizza place in this little town in Florida, and the pizza girl leans across the counter, some teenager says, "You know, has anybody ever told you you look like that actress Morgan Fairchild?" And I said, "Yes." And she says, "Boy, I bet you get that a lot, don't you?" I said, "Yes." She said, "No offense." I said, "No, no."
No offense.
None taken. What do you say? I didn't know.
That's funny. I think, but Morgan Fairchild. Now you say, don't you look like Morgan? Is that your real name?
Oh, come on, Howie. No, of course not.
No, that's a made-up name.
Yeah.
How did you? What is your real name?
Patsy McClenny.
Patsy McClenny.
Yeah.
Right, and then you decided that's not a show business name.
No, actually what happened is I got married very young, and I'd been working professionally under my husband's name for a long time. I started in the theater when I was 10.
Right.
And I was going through a divorce, and I was very young coming out of a divorce because I got married even younger. And I just thought, I'm starting my whole identity. All my other friends were getting out of college, and I was divorced. And I just wanted to start all over again and
Did you just make up the name?
No, I had gone to see a movie called Morgan, A Suitable Case for Treatment back, oh God, when I was 15 or 16.
Right.
And it was about a man who lived in his gorilla fantasies, thought he was a gorilla. I just identified with this. To grow up in Texas and want to be in the theater and not be interested in cheerleaders or football, you had to live in your fantasies. So that's the way I got by.
So it was like a dream come true.
Well, I just created Morgan, and then one of my girlfriends came up with Fairchild, and as soon as I heard it,
it works.
That's it.
It
I
works.
liked
Now, your first movie was Bonnie and Clyde. I was seeing that in the biography. But what did you do in Bonnie and Clyde?
Well, I'd done a lot of commercials at that point, and a lot of theater in Dallas, and so I was, Thanksgiving Day, I was getting ready to go to the theater, and I got a phone call from this gentleman who owned the studio where we've shot a lot of things, and says, "You want to be in a movie?" Sure. You know, says, okay, you know, he says, "Okay, be here at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning." I'm saying, 4 o'clock in the morning? I didn't know movie people work those kind of hours. I said, 4 o'clock in the morning. He says, "Yeah." I said, "I got a show to open tonight. I'm on my way to the theater. I won't get in until 1 or 2 in the morning." He says, "Well, you got to be there at 4. And can you drive stick shift?" I said, "Sure." You know, I lied.
You didn't ask why?
No, I was going to do a lot of double work for Faye. So for a lot of those shots, that if it's too far away or it's an odd angle where you can't be sure it's Faye, it's me.
Well, that's a little bit of movie trivia.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
And you got to meet Warren Beatty.
Yeah.
Yeah? Did he come?
Well, so when I was walking down to go look at the set that first morning in the dark, and the sun was just starting to come up, and I didn't know if I was on the right road. I was on this dirt road.
Right.
And finally this guy was walking toward me. So I said, you know, sort of shuffling along. So I said, "Is this the way to the set?" And so he looked up and said, "Yeah." And then he looked again and he went,
No, he was looking you over.
Yeah, but I didn't know that's who it was.
Warren Beatty.
Yeah.
And he never, did you go out with him?
Very nice. He was a very nice man. He was very bright. It's kind of funny because the teachers would follow me around high school saying, "What's Warren Beatty really like?" Now you have to remember, this was back when this was the first movie Warren ever produced.
Right.
And so people knew him then more as sort of a glamour guy in the movies. And I would go in high school, and the girls, teachers would say, "What's he like?" I'd say, "He's very smart." And they would say, "Oh yeah."
Well, everybody would think his reputation precedes him.
No, but back then people didn't know so much how smart he was. No,
oh.
but I mean, in the general public, but very, very smart and a lovely man, a real gentleman, and just a lovely man.
And I'm enjoying you on the old Navy ads.
Oh,
I think those are campy and fun. Are you getting? I'm sure kids are probably coming up to you now.
Oh, kids love them. Kids sing the Christmas song. They sing the Christmas song. They sing all that stuff. And now we just did some new ones.
Oh, great.
Yes, singing and dancing. We have 8 dancers. I get carried around a lot.
Singing and dancing, coming out to Hawaii. You know, keep it going, Morgan. I love it. Thank you so much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Morgan Fairchild. We'll be right back with more after this. Stay right where you are.